pleasant day to all our viewers watching right now. Welcome to our music episode specially for grade 7 students in Mapeh. I am teacher Monaliza Santiago of Nabunturan National Comprehensive High School, Nabunturan West District. This time, we will discuss music of Cordillera, Palawan, Mindoro, and the Visayas. Before we start, please prepare your module in music, ball pen, and paper so you can jot down notes as we go along with my presentation. Are you excited? I hope so, because our topic for this episode is all about the music of Cordillera, Palawan, Mindoro, and the Visayas. At the end of this lesson, you are expected to describe the musical characteristics of the representative selections of Cordillera, Mindoro, Palawan, and the Visayas. Explain the distinguishing characteristics of representative music from Cordillera, Mindoro, Palawan, and the Visayas in relation to its culture and geography. Are you ready? Okay, let's begin. Music is a dynamic form of art. When we say dynamic, we mean evolving, at the same time changing. As study moves from region to region, we will observe changes in the musical styles. And this makes music described as a dynamic form of art. We have varied music in the Philippines, right? Now, let me ask you a question. What made the music in the Philippines a dynamic form of art? Good! The music in the Philippines is a dynamic form of art because music is valuable, colorful, and vibrant, just like the people who create it. Filipinos didn't think of time as something that should be divided into small components, but as something that moves like a stream. Because of this, there is also a flowing quality to our music. This is most evident in the way members of the Kalinga tribe play the tunggali nose flute, which sounds fluid and graceful. Now, the following factors that made the music in the Philippines a dynamic form of art are topography, culture, and history. Cordillera is located up in the mountains of Luzon. These mountains lie almost at the center of the northern part of Luzon between Ilocos region and Cagayan region. It almost created a natural division between the eastern and western coast of Luzon. And it is for that reason that the music found in Ilocos, Cagayan, and the southern Tagalog regions are different in styles. Mindoro and Palawan are islands located at the southern part of Luzon. The island of Mindoro is a home to multiple ethno-linguistic groups collectively known as the Mangyans. Palawan is a group of islands located at the western part of the Philippines. It is a home to several ethno-linguistic groups like the Tagbanwa, Palawano, Taot-Bato, Mulbog, and Bata. They are mostly coastal dwellers. Some of them live at remote villages in the mountains of the island. Visayas is the largest collection of islands located at the center part of the Philippines. These islands were the pioneering areas explored by Ferdinand Magellan. According to history, Ferdinand Magellan arrived in the island of Samar on March 16, 1521. The next day, he landed at Humunhun Island. The arrival of Spaniards brought Christianity that greatly influenced our culture, religion, and music, in which are still practiced up to this day. Vocal music of Cordillera. The different ethno-linguistic groups in Cordillera have several songs used in various settings. Themes from these songs ranges from infancy to epic poetry. The Kalinga tribe music has Uwiwi, Dagdagay, Kawayaman, and Opya. Moreover, the Ifugao has the Hudhud. Hudhud is a vocal form of music in Cordillera, where an epic poetry is sung during rice harvest, weddings, funerals, and wakes. It has more than 200 stories, and each story has 40 episodes that tells the lives of heroes, heroines, wealth, and culture. Let's watch this. The Ibaloy Badio is highly considered as the signature form of vocal music in Cordillera. Its style consists of little chorus form and is mostly sung without any preparation or practice. Watch and listen to this.
Mapeh long long ayasile.
What do you observe from Hudhud and Badio music? Yes, you are right. They are singing one syllable with multiple tones. When we say multiple tones, we are referring to two or more tones. Can you identify the time signature? Good observation. Of course, the answer is no. Why? There is no strict tempo. Strong beats are not uniformed and emphasized. And that is because both sample music are in free meter. Free meter does not follow a time signature and a strict tempo. Its strong or accented beats are not uniform and emphasized. A uniform, strong, or accented beats are not heard but are actually felt as we listen to music. They help us identify the time signature. Next, we will discuss the vocal music of Mindoro. The different ethno-linguistic groups of Mindoro, the Hanunong-Mangyans, have developed a chant poetry called Ambahan. Ambahan is a series of chants with 7 syllables per line. Similar to a poem, it can be sung in a variety of ways. One is with tone, another is in a conversational way. There is no set of melody for the ambahan. That is why each person can sing the chant in their unique ways. Let's watch and listen.
Mga sa ganawan o araw nugayo panangain dong anawan katpong tang nanumayan ngayon ton pagbatbatan hawaguan ariwan nakasiwalo sudan ubay mas kinagdoyan tutundayo pagbulo da nakaraom balawan.
Vocal music of Palawan. The music of Palawan is highly affected by two major elements. First, their music acts as a representation of nature and their environments, like the rustling of leaves in the wind and the roar of the ocean waves. Second, their native dialect and language. There are two kinds of vocal forms of Palawan music. First is the kulyal. It is a lyrical poem that expresses love between couples. Its song is accompanied by a kudjupi and pagam. The second vocal form is the tultul. The tultul is a chanted form of an epic about heroes and their adventures that usually begin at night and end at daybreak. Vocal music in the Visayas region. The vocal music in the Visayas region are highly dependent on its use and purpose. Songs for many occasions and situations, ranging from work, drinking, expressions of love, and courtship to children's songs. Balitaw is also a type of song and dance debate between a man and a woman. Other vocal forms include romantic songs like Matudnila, Rosas Pandan, and Usahay. drinking and work songs like Kundansoy, Ako Kini Si Angge, Si Pilimon. Children's songs like Ilo Nga Bata. Farewell songs like Dandansoy. Lullabies like Ili Ili Tulog Anay. Let us listen to some of the examples of music of Visayas.
Aku dili namagmanggat sa imong gugnan. Matud nila ikaw dili malipay, kay wa ako'y bahandi nga kanimo igasa.
This time around, we will discuss the instrumental music of Cordillera. The musical instruments of Cordillera is divided into 3 groups: metal, bamboo, and string. The metal instruments consist of gangsa tupaya and gangsa paloo. The bamboo instruments consist of bungkaka, tunggali, tungatong, ulibaw, and patitig. The string instruments consist of kuglog and saluroy. Kuglog and saluroy are also used to accompany vocal instrumental ensemble during courtship. In Mindoro, most of the Mangyan tribes are animist. Animist means to worship spirits and natural forces of gods as part of their religion. Because of that belief, the Mangyans in Mindoro often uses their instrumental music to communicate with the spirit world in their rituals. Apart from rituals, they also use their instrumental music in weddings, courtships, festivities, and lullabies. There are 3 major instruments used by the Mangyans: kudyapi, gitgit, and kalutang. The kudyapi is a 2-stringed lute with a long neck which is plucked by the musician. The gitgit is a bowed lute with 3 to 4 strings. The bow is made up of human hair. The kalutang is a pair of equal-sized sticks made of wood that is struck against each other to produce sound. Instrumental music of Palawan. Music of Palawan imitates the sound of nature. Their music include the bagit. It is an instrumental music played on the kudyapi, showing rhythms, movements, and sound of nature like rustling of leaves, running water, chirping of birds, monkey, snakes, and etc. The musical instruments are made up of bamboo, wood, strings, and metals. Music of Palawan has an instrumental ensemble called basal. Basal is a gong ensemble that consists of one or two sets of big gongs called the agongs, small ringed gongs called the sanang, and a drum called gimbal. The instrumental music of the Visayas region consists of two famous ensembles, which are the Rondalia and the Tultugan. The Rondalia is a string ensemble introduced by the Spaniards to the Philippines. It is composed of at least 5 instruments, which are the bandurria, the laúd, the octavina, the guitarra or guitar, and the bajo de arco. We must also note that Rondalia had also been adopted in the lowlands of Luzon. Let's watch this. Tultugan is a bamboo and drum ensemble. Its roots came from the natives using of bamboo to communicate with each other. Music of Cordillera, Palawan, Mindoro, and Visayas are getting in touch with our musical roots and understanding that music says as much about us as history and other arts can have the grandeur of looking deep into our souls, as well as the simplicity of knowing our name. I hope you enjoyed and you were able to learn many things from our lesson for today. Thank you for watching. This is Teacher Monaliza Italia Santiago of Nabunturan National Comprehensive High School, Nabunturan West District, saying, dito sa TV Eskwela, sa pag-aaral, sama-sama! Bye-bye!